Hey golfers, it's Dave from Fit2U Golf. This is my review of the latest driver from the Golfworks, the Maltby ISO-T. Let's get started. So the technology behind this driver is that they use a superheated process to forge the titanium, hence the isothermal technology. This is supposed to produce more even forging, a better flow, and therefore better ball speeds and better forgiveness across the face. Now in terms of the looks, this is a really nice looking driver. The top crown is a kind of a metallic charcoal gray color, kind of minimal alignment marks. The face is nicely blacked out and fairly deep. The sides feature minimal graphics. One side has Maltby on it, the other the isothermal indicator with the flames, which is kind of cool. And then on the bottom, it's a nice updated design, nicer looking than the KE4 ST2 line. This has some of the white accents you see from the TC hybrid and fairway wood line, and it has a weight port. This weight screw, the head is a little bit bigger than the previous weight screws, however the older screws will work. So in terms of the specifications of the club, I got the 10.5 degree model. It came in weighing at exactly 200 grams, which is the stated weight. I measured it at 10.9 degrees, which is within a half a degree, which is excellent. And I cut it to 45 inches in length, and the swing weight for the first try anyway was D2. And my first attempt with this driver was to pair it with a Acra FX 260 M4 shaft. This is a shaft that I hit pretty well over the winter months at the indoor range. It is a 65 gram shaft, stiff flex, and as I said before, I cut this to 45 inches. So in terms of feel and performance, the first time I played with this, with the Acra shaft installed, I played a round of golf and I was getting okay distance and kind of a leaking right shot, and that told me that I just wasn't loading this shaft to its optimum. And sure enough, when I took it to the range, that was the case. I'll put up some swings here. It has a nice sound, kind of a solid aluminum bat sound when nicely hit. I just couldn't square the face, and I wasn't getting good performance. I was getting ball speeds of 134, carry of 211, swinging at 95 miles an hour, and kind of spinny at 2900. So I paired it with a shaft that I knew matched my swing a little better, and this is the Maltby MPF DR series. This is the regular flex shaft. It's 62 grams uncut. It is kind of butt stiff, so it measures close to stiff on the meter. However, it's got a softer midsection and tip. When I installed it in the head and cut it to 45 inches, it swing weighted at D1. So back to the range I went, and I'll put up some swings with that combination of head and shaft. And here I was getting better performance. I was swinging it right around just under 95 miles an hour, getting ball speeds of 136, launching at 16 degrees, spinning a little high for me at 2870, and getting carry of about 216. Now just to get a good comparison, I swung my own driver that same day to get it's kind of a baseline, and I was getting ball speeds of 140, swinging at 95 miles an hour, and a carry of 223, spinning at 2500. Now that's the driver that I fit for myself, but that's kind of the benchmark. That's what I'm trying to beat. In terms of the ball flight that I was getting, it was high, not ballooning high, but high, and I was getting a little bit of a excess launch and spin, and I think that's primarily related to the loft of the club. I think I would have done better at the 9.5. Now that's just me. I can't tell all of you out there go 1 degree lower, but I did notice that the spin and the launch were probably robbing me of a few yards of carry. So in terms of the pros and cons, I'm going to say the main pro is the performance. It got good performance. If I get ball speeds of over 135, that's very good. If I get ball speeds of 140 or better, that's excellent. So this was a very good driver. And as I said, I think I could have done better with the 9.5. The other big pro, I think, is the looks. This is a really sharp looking driver, modernized look. I like that they didn't go with a kind of a glossy, shiny crown and use this charcoal gray metal instead. Now the main con of this club, I think, is the price. It comes in at just around $170 for just the head, and that's substantially more than the other offerings from the Golfworks. Now I get it, there's some more technology here, it's modernized, that face has some extra money in it. So I don't think that what they're charging is not worth it. It's just more than what club makers are used to paying. The other con, which please keep in mind I think might be just related to me, but I will be interested to hear other feedback, was that this spun a little bit too much. Now, by no means is this a high spin driver head. I was getting 300 RPMs of greater spin with this than my gamer. And at a slightly slower swing speed, I think that would be optimum. But nonetheless, as tested, that was a slight con for me. So overall, I highly recommend this driver, and I give it a solid birdie. Really nice club, and you should try it out. Now, to answer the question I asked at the opening screen, is this my new driver? While I liked it a lot, no, it's not. I would need something that would achieve 140 or better ball speeds to kick my CT250 out of my bag. Nonetheless, I do recommend it, as I said, and this driver has already found a good home with one of the subscribers, and hopefully they'll post here after they've had a chance to try it out. So let me know what you think of the review. Let me know if you've tried this driver. If you have any questions, post them in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't. Get out there, play some golf, and stay positive.